Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. It is good to be here again. So this is the second in this little mini series, I guess we could call it that, of working up this brown paper bag, sweet little journal pocket holder thingy. Yeah. Okay, so if you haven't had a chance to take a look at the first video, I showed you how to put the paper bags, how to prepare them so that we can now start doing some decorating and stuff. And then we'll put them together and we'll see how far this goes for this particular one. Okay, as you can see, I have gone ahead and splattered my papers, and I told you that I was going to do that, and so the video doesn't show that, but I have finished that. Now, what you haven't seen are these. These are larger paper bags, just like this. That's what these are from some of the other paper bag journals that I've made. I have a whole stack of these, and so I've been using them. So I've decided that I want to use my wonderful friend Barbara 49dragonflies, her digitals, and I'm going to do this one in more of a vintage tone. And so I am using her cabinet cards, set 2 is this, set 2. So we are going to start with that, and I'm also using, and of course I'll have the links to her store where you can buy these digitals for yourself. I thought these would be great, for a background. And I may also use these as well, the back sides of the cabinet cards. So we'll see. We'll just see where we get to. Let's go ahead and get our middle page paper bag taken care of first. Now, I want to have this be a pocket. Oh, and let's back up just a sec here. Remember in the first video I told you I didn't have that set as a pocket. So since that video, the first video, and now I trimmed out a little bit here so you can tell this is a little pocket. There's a little thumb spot. And so I've put another tag in there. So, okay, come on. And it's kind of catching just a little bit on the inside there, but unfortunately, it goes in, but it's just a little tricky. But it does. Okay, so that's what this is. So we are going to just kind of play here, see what we want to do. Or do I want to do those first? So many decisions, so many decisions. And how much do I want to cover here? And we're also going to put some lace and different things that way on as well. How about we... Well, let's just start somewhere. This is the part that, it could take a little or a long time. And, in all honesty. Okay. So hopefully you have had a chance, if you've seen the first video, to go ahead and make one. Get your paper bags all ready. Now what we're doing is we're strengthening this bag. And let's just before we get too far into this, let's go ahead and just kind of glue down. You know, the paper sacks, paper bags, they're not completely glued all the way. You have to kind of finish the job, so to speak. And a lot of this will be covered up. And part of me feels guilty about doing that. And part of me is like, oh well. Okay. So, let's go ahead. We'll rip a part off. Let me get a few glue pages here that we can work with. And we shall, or should we do it on this way? I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half, approximately. Give this a nice fold. And then I think we'll go here. Now, let me look again on my, on the sample one. Oh, God. That's been crazy, you guys. So this is going to be glued down here, and this is open for a pocket. This is open for a pocket here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, you know what? When I did this, okay, I had another little, I didn't glue this back. Remember when we glued that in the first? And then I didn't glue that. I left that open, and that's how I created that pocket, because these two don't, they're not in the same slot. So we have to think about that and see if we're going to want to do that or not. In any case, I think we'll be okay. We'll just start gluing. And maybe we won't make a little tiny pocket on that front. Or we could add another element, bring it in, and do it that way. We'll see. So today, it has been raining. Today was quite overcast, and we had quite a bit of a storm for a little while, but it has come and gone, and it's just supposed to be cloudy for the rest of the day. Okay, so that's going to give that plenty of support, plenty of sturdiness, and I will take a little thumb slot out, but I'll let that dry for just, you know, for just a little bit. We'll just kind of play with that and see how that goes. I am also going to use some of my vintage papers. I want to combine some of that with Barbara's yummy papers. Okay, so we're just looking at different. Do I want to keep that same thing going? This kind of just sort of looks like a perfect, where is it? Where's my tear ruler? Looks like a perfect spot to tear it. But I don't think I want that straight edge. By the way, I also mentioned to you in my last video that I was de-junking, if you will, that I have accumulated way too much stuff, and that I'm starting to share my stuff. And I have I had a couple of people respond and messaged me their addresses. So I've got those packages ready to go, and it's just the beginning. And actually, I was blown away by how much stuff and how daunting of a project this might be, because I only cleared out 1, 2, 3 containers, and I have enough for 6. Well, I'll show you. Just a sec. The 6 of these priority, flat rate bags that are filled with a bunch of scraps and other little odds and ends, maybe a few doilies, maybe some words, some little booklets or things that you pick up here and there. I don't know, just stuff. Okay. Am I going to need anything down there? I definitely don't need anything here. And this is going to be smooth, so there won't be any restriction as far as that goes. So that's a good thing. Let's look at some of these cabinet cards. And actually, I think I'll bring out my 49 Dragonfly little folder that I keep a lot of her delicious things in. And let's just take a peek, see through here. Yeah, I thought I had reduced the size of some of these things, so I definitely want to think about that. Okay, so that could do something with those. Just wanting to have it be just kind of that vintage, old-fashioned feel to it. Nothing earth-shattering, just fun and just pretty. Just fun and pretty. So, and like I said, we're covering up a lot of this, and that's just what happens when you are gluing or collaging on things. That's just something to keep in mind. Oftentimes you will glue over beautiful images and colors and different things, techniques that you've put the effort into making, and you oftentimes you cover them up. That got a little crooked, didn't it? Now we could take that down a little bit more, and I know technically it's lopsided. It's showing the side, but we can always do something there to cover that up as well. Now, I'm not going to do all 100% of the decorating on camera here, because it would make this a very long series, and I don't want to do that. But I will decorate a lot of it on camera, and you will see definitely as I put everything together. So that part of it, I don't want you to be confused about at all. That, well, how did she do this? Well, how come she didn't show this? No, I will make sure that I show that part. Okay. So, all right. So that's a good size. And we shall just put it on. We're just about ready for a new glue stick. I actually order my glue sticks online from Blick. It's a, I don't know, art and office school supply. And I haven't found a better price for the glue sticks yet, anyway. I'm not saying there aren't places that, you know, that aren't better, but that's what I have found. And it's an American company. So, okay, now let's go ahead and fold this in. We want to make sure that we are taking care, and this is giving this plenty of sturdiness. So you can see that I am just coming in where these folds are and just kind of going with my stick here. Okay, and we will go ahead and fold this in as well, keeping in mind that that's our, where we're going to put them together. So we want to try to do that before that's really set in solid. And this now is very sturdy, guys, with the paper, because the paper's, I don't know what weight it is, but it's a sturdy weight. It's much heavier. It's kind of between, it's between copy paper and cardstock. Okay, but this is where that's gonna glue too. All right. We want something in here, and we could. Yes, I think we could. Now, my issue is I don't have any scraps. Well, I do too. This is the only little box of scraps that I have left. I actually have put them all in those packages. I'm like totally, you know, I'm gonna start again. Start over. I don't know if that's smart or really, really dumb, but that's what I'm doing. I just get tired of trying to pilfer through them all. And literally, I'm not going to have the time to use them all. It's never going to happen. And so I just think it's kind of selfish to hang on to them when other people can benefit from them as well. So now I may end up, because obviously I don't have all the money in the world to be able to mail them out to a whole bunch of people and continue to do that for a long period of time. And so what I might do is put some in my Etsy shop, just till they're gone. Okay. So, buttons on your shirt. Want to bring in some different colors here. So how is your day going? I hope that you are enjoying your day, that you're getting some interesting or good things accomplished. That's always a happy, right? Let's tear that down a bit. I also love using foreign book pages. Enjoy bringing that in. Which one do I like the most? Which one do I like the most? Do. That's a little too close to the color, so I don't think, I like to put some different colors. I think, oh, I like that. Let's give that one a go. And we'll just tear down. So I am finding that just doing something that is interesting, that helps you to just relax, be who you are, that oftentimes we just kind of, we don't go there. We don't do that often enough. I think many times we do what we feel is expected, or, you know, that this is more important than this, and, you know, etc., etc. And that sometimes we just need to relax. What's this? Well, that's just kind of an old, I don't know what, from an old book. But we're doing this in old vintage, so maybe that can work great. I know. Let's get this other little ruler and let's tear. It'll have the tear look, but it won't be as rough. That's what I have to keep reminding myself. This one, I'm going to kind of, this is more vintagey. I want to keep my colors a little more neutral. And I really debated on whether to use pink splatters or blue splatters to bring in, you know, a pop of a little bit of color. And I, you know, the blue splatters won out, and that's tough for me because I'm a pink girl these days. But I also love beautiful blues, but you'd never know it because you don't see me working, generally speaking, with those colors. And so, yeah, so I just kind of need to get with the program here. Let's see. Let's just go through. Where did I have those little cutouts? Those little cabinet card thingies. Where did I have them? Here they are. Okay. So I'm thinking, let's just, we'll cut that. We can do this. Let's grab a little bit of cheesecloth. Where are my fabric scissors? And we will just kind of do a little something right in here. We'll put this down. Okay. Maybe a little more. Little more. And so you can see that we're really covering up a lot of that, the text going in the wrong direction. Let's pull out another glue stick. Okay. Okay, let's see. What else do I want to put here? Here. Maybe a little something. Okay. There again, we're just creating, guys. We're just doing it. And whatever papers you are working with, I hope that you are just, don't get too bogged down with, oh, it has to be perfect, oh, it has to be this or that or whatever. You know, don't let that get to you. Just let it kind of evolve. So let's go ahead and we shall just sort of work on this a little bit till it tells us it's done. And I do think I don't want that quite that long. So let's go ahead like so. And we will hug. Just one sec. Let me grab my wipes. Oh, now I'm knocking everything off that shelf. Oh well. We will clean it up later. So we will just, I know, you've seen it before. I'm a wuss when it comes to the, you know, the glue, the icky, that kind of stuff. Okay, so we could do that. We can do this. I think that looks nice. So we're just adding a few little things on top of these fun papers. And I don't know what language these are from Barbara's store. They're probably, I've already cut them out, so I don't have them, but I will look them up. And in the description box, you'll see the right stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish ripping that down. And actually, this little box that I didn't give away yet, I was going to. I just hadn't gotten to it yet, but I'm at least not going to do that until I finish this project, because I'm thinking that these are kind of cool to have this mix coming in here. So maybe a little something down here as well. Okay. It's coming. So we're just, like I said, just taking our time, just enjoying. I love to be working here and just thinking about you wherever you live, and you working on a similar project, and just seems just kind of wonderful. Okay. I like that. I actually really like that. Okay. I'm not saying that I'm completely done, but I'm not saying I'm not done either, because I might be. All right, now let's set some of these things over to the side. Now what do I want to highlight here? Oh, and I didn't even do this, did I? I was going to bring out one of these, and maybe up here on the back. And I even like this. Hey, this naturally aged paper is fabulous. And this is from the 1800s. But unfortunately, I did a foolish thing. Oh, well, I've done many foolish things, but I don't know that I want that there yet, because I'm afraid I'll just be covering it up. Well, maybe this needs a little something. Let's go ahead and stick this right here. Okay. I like that too. So, still, we'll wait on those. Now let's go ahead and see. And I want to just like put a pretend little tag here. And this, of course, will be a much bigger tag that we will make. So that will mostly be covered up. So it doesn't have to be don't overthink it, Rhonda. Yeah, that's what they say. Well, I think we'll go ahead. We'll do a different page of this same. Or no, maybe we don't want that. Maybe we want something completely different. Okay, okay. Which one, guys? I'll show you both. So there's that one. And of course it'll be at the top part here. It'll be, this part. But that one with this, or this one with this. They both look good. I think I'm going to go with this one because the contrast in the printing is quite dramatic. And I like that. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we just need to come in a little bit. And are we going to push that over? I do want something to cover that, but I don't want it to be something that's going to show. But I want that covered. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull in another old page. This is a dictionary page. And we are going to cover both sides of the back here. I'm going to wrap it around. So I think we can go ahead and move that. And then we will go ahead and glue this down. When a glue stick is working, they're really nice. Sometimes they get super soft and mushy, and sometimes they just, they just don't work so well. Which way do I want that? Okay. And then we are just going to fold this over, and keeping in mind that this grocery bag, as I showed you earlier, they don't manufacture the grocery bags anyway. There's always a little bit of something, which is fine, and but if you want it super sturdy, then you just need to cover that. And this will cover this. Oh, I don't know if I want to cover it all, though. I kind of love some of this stuff going on. That's the trouble with doing some of this stuff ahead of time, because you are sad when you cover it up. But that's okay. All right. So I want this to go a little bit beyond. Okay. And I probably do want that to show a tad bit. Just to show just the different textures. Just the different layers, the different, the different stuff that you do to them. That out of the way. Okay. We'll bring that down a little bit more. Okay. We're going with it. Oh. So, I have to tell on myself. I don't know. For those of you that are married with children that are adults and, living off on their own, have you ever forgotten their birthday? For the first time that I can remember, I did that, and I was mortified when we were at one of our granddaughters with her concert. My son asked me, so have you talked to, and I'm like, well, he called last week, called a few days ago, and yada, 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 and he's like, well, you didn't call for his birthday? Oh, I'm like, oh, it's his birthday. He says, yeah, his birthday was yesterday. I'm like, oh, that's right. Oh my goodness. I just open up wall and swallow me up. Oh. So we're waiting still for her performance, and thank goodness for texting and whatnot, because I was able to, in that environment, be able to quietly text the son and say, oh, I am so sorry. I texted him and said, oh, with egg on her face, she says, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. And anyway, so we texted a little bit back and forth, and of course he was very gracious and told him that he would have a card going out soon, but that was on a Saturday, and so, things don't go out till Monday. Anyway, long story short, we went and we picked out a nice card for him and put some money in an envelope and sent it off, and then we called him. One of the traditions that we have had for many years, I don't know how we started it or why or anything like that, but and I don't even know if the kids enjoy it. Quite honestly, I have no clue. And if they don't, oh well. But we call and sing happy birthday to them. Happy birthday to you, da da da. Anyway, in our our growing older and older everyday voices getting scratchier and scratchier and harder to hit those notes kind of deal, you know. So we did that, and we called and sang to him. Only today the song was happy late birthday to you. Happy late birthday to you. Oh. So yeah, he was very sweet and very gracious about the whole thing. So I don't know what happened. Month of April just went by so fast for me. Well, I don't know. It seems like things are speeding up. Okay. I'm really kind of liking this. This is different for me, guys. Well, I've done one or two of these, but it was kind of early in my journey. And honest and truthfully, I adore these, but I don't do a lot with the real vintage and like the black and white and that type of thing. Not because I don't enjoy it or like it. I gravitate so to the delicious pink that, you know, it's just, I'm besotted. I'm besotted with pink. Now Louisa Heinzel, she loves my pink. 'Cause I know she wants, when we do our summer collaboration with the 5-item digital challenge again that we did in the spring. We're gonna do it again in July. And I know she wants me to do a digital and give her lots of pink to work with. Oh, will I be so mean? That remains to be seen. Well, I like most colors. In the fall, I adore orange and rust and the bright reds and just all of that. I adore that when it's summertime. I mean fall. Duh. Okay. So I'm amazed at what has just been sitting here at my fingertips in this tiny little used Altoid thing that I have had sitting here for some time. Do I want that there? Do I want that there? Do I want that here? Yeah, let's give that. I like to mix it up, as you can see. Let me bring you in. Let's zoom in so you can see a little better. Just keeping a lot of the neutralish colors here and using Barbara's amazing digitals. So yeah, I'm very happy with that so far. Now, do I want these or do I want something else? Let's take a peek-see. And I can reprint. That's the wonderful thing about digitals, is that you can always print them smaller. You can also print them larger, but that doesn't work quite as well. It sort of gets lost in the... No, I would need to do much smaller if I'm going to do that, or cut it down. just kind of glancing through these yummy things that we've got here. Maybe one of her little notes, her little bird notes. That could be kind of fun, you know. That matches the color a little more than what I would want it to. But this, or let's see, what about something like this? What do we think? I'm gonna give you some to think about, to look at. Let's try. We can do this, and of course I'm not talking about the edges, because we can work on the edging and we can add more, you know, we can fluff it up. That's a little too dark, I think. Here's this one. So we got this one and this one. This one, I like having something. I like having one of her little birds on there, I think. That's super fun. And let's see about that. Too organized. It's too organized. So, let's see, what have I got over here? I have done some on a darker brown. That's not floating my boat for that particular one either. Okay. Oh, and looks like I found that one here as well. I could also put a tag. That looks good. So here again, guys, I mean, if you want to put florals, if you want to, you know, whatever you want to do that way, just, you know, just go for it. Just do it. Do it to it. The mushrooms would also look good in this one. Yum. I love the mushrooms. I love the birds. I love the... Okay. So I love it all. I think let's you know, I think I like this, but I think what I want to do, and here's my little Tim Holtz distressor, I want to maybe grunge up that picture just a little bit so it doesn't look quite so straight and perfect, the cut. I think that will make it. And you don't have to have one of these distressing tools either. You can use the side of your scissors as well, which will also give you a nice effect. I just happen, you know, I've happened to have it, and so I'll go ahead and use it. And I want something light underneath here. Now that may be a bit of what? What will it be? A bit of... That, you know, that would look fine too. Make it better this way. I think let's come back, bring this back over, and let's see what we have got in our little scrap spot here. Well, okay, there we go. There we go. And this is just junk paper, and actually I needed to move that down a bit. I did. We want the lighter or the darker? I think we want the lighter for that one. And let's go ahead. Okay. Just takes a minute sometimes. And I think we're pretty much getting about to the end of this video too, my friends. So let's, oh my gosh, we're almost an hour. Yes, we're definitely done. Let me just put this on, and we shall I'm gonna do it right there. Okay, I'm gonna call this it for video number 2. We have and you can either leave this blank or you can cover that as well, and that will be your inside pocket all ready to glue and stitch. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're working on a project and that maybe you're doing something similar and having a good time. All right, thanks for I love it when you hang out with me. So until next time, have a fabulous day. Bye-bye now.